decides to turn against us, the first thing they gonna do is cut off the internet. So everything that you do with your phone, you gotta know how to do without your phone. So let's start with the basics. When the little hand and the big hand get up on top, and it's 12 o'clock. Speaking of your phones, the other day, Spotify said, do you want to be notified when all your favorite artists uploads new music? Well, all my favorite artists is dead. Whitney Houston better not put no new music on Spotify. I'm not listening to no AI-generated Whitney Houston. Shit, I want the old Whitney Houston, the crack is whack Whitney Houston. That's not Whitney Houston. Shit. Anybody on that TikTok? Yeah, anybody go live on that TikTok? Who going live? I'm scared to go live and shit. I gotta admit, I'm scared to go live on that TikTok. But for y'all that ain't on TikTok, on the daytime on TikTok, y'all kids be teaching me little dance routines. They mean, little challenges, But the nighttime TikTok, that shit a different world. That nighttime TikTok, they take a microphone like this and they decorate it, and then they start doing their fingernails like this. They start making dick slurping sounds on the microphone and shit. People be sending them hearts and diamonds and stars and shit. They getting paid for dick slurping on TikTok at night. You wonder what happened with the American workforce. That's where they at. They dick slurping on TikTok at night. I was in the nail salon just the next day, and this woman had this device on her stroller like this. That baby didn't make a peep for 2 whole hours. I bet at night she take that cell phone off that stroller and put it up on that mobile and turn on that TikTok so he can listen to some dick slurping sounds to go to sleep that night. And that's about the world we living in and shit. We always talking about women. Let me say it like this. This being a comedian is a real sexist ass profession to be in. Normally when I walk in the door, there's a whole lineup of male comedians, and they want to talk about women's big breasts and big butts, and I gotta sit here and listen to this shit. But you guys can have bigger dicks. Yes, you can. That same collagen that we put in our lips, you can put it in your dicks. Yes, you can. Y'all know the truck drivers gotta pull off the road every 10 hours, right? So they pull into the urologist shop. He hit them with that penal block, and when they wake up, they 3 or 4 inches bigger. You can do this shit every 40 days. Your dick can be as big as you want it to be. If you got a little dick today, that's because you're not talking to your truck driving friends. Y'all gotta make friends with the right people and shit. Did y'all hear about the shortage of male sperm in our nation's sperm banks? Did y'all hear about that? Yeah. Every time you hear shit on the radio, on the internet, you don't know whether or not to take that shit true no more. It's like we ain't got no verifiable sources anymore and shit. So you don't know what the hell you listening to. So let me ask, sir, have you donated to the sperm bank lately? What about you, sir? Have you donated to the sperm bank?
I wouldn't qualify.
You wouldn't qualify. And you say donated shit. What about you, sir? No, you too old to donate to the sperm bank. You gotta be under the age of 34 to donate to the sperm bank and shit. But for real, it's professional women out here trying to get some sperm, but you guys is at home popping off in socks and shit. Yeah, that place is in Ferndale if you're interested. I ain't never Googled out here in the Flint area, but I would assume you guys have one too. But down there where I'm at is in Ferndale. And they pay anywhere from $60 to $200 a pop. My son is DoorDash, and I'm like, what the fuck is you doing, man? Go to the fucking sperm bank and shit. Anybody been doing any travel lately? All right, girl. Where you go? Belize.
No, Belize.
Belize. Oh, it's with a B. She say Belize. I say Belize. Well, I was in Africa. Yeah. And Africa is a young, vibrant country. And I I took a pound of hamburger, put it on the counter, loaf of bread. I had some onions, some mushrooms, and you know one of those cheese trays with all the different type of cheeses on it? Yeah. So I couldn't figure out what kind of cheese I wanted, so I went to go smoke me a joint to think about this shit. And when I came back, that dog had jumped on the counter and ate the whole pound of hamburger, the whole loaf of bread. It's like dog eat dog in my house right now. I took that dog and chained him up to that YouTube and made him watch hours and hours of dogs being skinned and shit. I eat dogs, motherfucker. I eat dogs. I ain't feed that dog until he gave me my pound of hamburger back. I put that shit on the scale. I reached to that time with that. All right, I'm about to wrap it up here. I hope y'all done seen a lot of comedians tonight. Give it up for all the comedians we saw tonight. This is a great crowd. This is a nice lineup. Mark always do it and shit. You know, every time I say I'm going to one of Mark Bonto's shows, Happy Camper. They have to say hello to Happy Camper over there. Happy Camper say, please come get me. Please come get me to see this shit. But before I leave, I gotta do a check on men's mental health. Because we always talk about women's issues. We always talk about women's problems, but we don't never talk about men's issues. You guys have problems. You guys have issues, right? Oh. Yeah. So if you sit next to a man, I want you to turn to him. We're gonna pour a little love into him tonight. Look at him. Look, and with as much care and concern in your eyes, just simply ask them, have you had your dick sucked today? We need to ejaculate 3 to 5 times a week to have proper prostate health. That's a true medical fact. Any school teachers in here? All right. Well, y'all be happy to know old Houmbo made it to that 5:30 a.m. boot camp. My 5:30 a.m. boot camp instructor is also a school teacher, and she's about to quit. She was like, why should I put gas in my car, go halfway across town, and teach some ungrateful ass kids when I could just walk across the street, teach a few senior citizens, and go back to bed? I said, girl, as a school teacher, you have the most important job in the world.
Say it again.
Without a school teacher, would no other job exist? No. So I said, what you need right now is the force. So repeat after me. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. And then I said to her, oh, this shit better play. In the name of the Galactic Republic, I, Houmbo, Master of the Jedi Order, grant you full rank as Jedi. May the Force be with you. I'm Houmbo, y'all. Please